Hey everybody, have you ever uh, worked on connecting with your inner child? And if you don't know what that is, the inner child is that aspect of yourself which connects with your childhood, specifically within the first 7 years of life. So it is pretty much agreed upon and understood that um, the first 7 years of our life are our most formative time in terms of shaping the behaviors and belief systems that we have and that we carry on through life and into adulthood. And it's obviously tremendously influenced by your environment. So there's that nature nurture um, discussion, right? Nature is like the genetic, if your parents were tall, you're going to be tall, that type of idea. And then there's the nurture. So what was the environment? Was your environment chaotic? Was it violent? Was it traumatic? Was it peaceful? Was it comfortable? All these different things. And uh, so I'm really always interested in the relentless pursuit of better. And in that, it's not just limited to the physical development, the physical education, getting stronger or developing more technique or improving my mobility. And of course, I'm really interested in those physical developments. However, even more important is looking at my belief systems and looking at my life and how do I grow, as a 54-year-old man who's, been here for some time. How can I go deeply inside of myself and really evaluate my behaviors, both positive and healthy behaviors, as well as, negative and destructive behaviors, and those things which are important to me. My relationship with my children, my relationship with my mate, my capacity as a friend, my capacity, as a father, my capacity as a businessman. How can I be a more effective communicator, more effective teacher? How can I be of better service to others? And so all of that really begins with the inner work. And one thing I'm really grateful for about myself is that I always have the capacity to learn, because I've always maintained that as a value of, keeping my cup empty enough that there's always space to add more to it. Never thinking that I know everything or that there's not room to grow or that I can't change my beliefs. There's the common saying or the cliche that seeing is believing. In reality, it's the other way around. Believing is seeing. And so if we really want to change the paradigm of how we are experiencing or some aspect of our life that we're not satisfied with, and we want to change some aspect of our lives, then it's really essential to go into the belief systems. And so this is where the inner child comes in. And so there's different techniques to practice, but essentially you get into a meditative state. You kind of seal yourself with some protective, it can be like a golden ball of energy, of light. And, you ask any energy and any intention that is not in your best service or your best interest for that to dissolve and dissipate. And instead you invite that which is working in your favor and is bringing you closer to your intention and the manifestation of your intentions. And so it's quite an interesting process, and I'm getting a tremendous amount of benefit, and I feel really great about it, to connect, going back in the timeline, to a very young age, and putting myself there, and using your visualization as if, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the feeling, what it tastes like, what it looks like, all of the senses, and bring yourself back there. And now, as a older, more mature incarnation of yourself, and with the wisdom that you bring with it, you're bringing it to that inner child that exists within each of us, and offering the support to that, and letting that child know that they are important, and offering to fulfill the needs and desires that that aspect of yourself had in that moment, and lending that support, and lending that strength and wisdom. And and there's a more in-depth process with that, and I'm not an expert with it, but I'm of course a student. I'm always studying, I'm always eager to learn. And so this idea of the inner child is really, really powerful stuff. And ultimately, if we want to be more, we have to be more, right? So if we're not at a place or station in life where we are satisfied with some aspect, well, there is the opportunity to dig into ourselves on a deeper level and reconstruct by maybe patching holes that were there, and that you didn't know were there because they were unconscious for you, and maybe you forget about it, but you go back with sensitivity, you go back with compassion, and you build that inner child of yourself up, and take that along with you. And it's really powerful. So I'll stop with that, but I just wanted to throw that out there just out of curiosity. And hey, we use these social media as ways just to denote where we're at in life, what's of interest, and maybe it doesn't speak to a lot of people, but it might be speaking to you. And it just takes one. So if that's of some value to you, awesome. So please to share it about work on the inner child. And I'm super grateful for my own ability to experience this. And I wish you all the best, sending you lots of love and lots of peace. And just want to close out by saying, hey man, we are all more similar than different. Let's not be distracted by these differences. Let's not be distracted by these politics, or by these flashing points of discussion points about gender and all the people are people, and we're all doing our best. And most of us we just want to take care of ourselves and our families, and put in an honest day's work for an honest day's salary. And don't be distracted by the divide and conquer, and let's unite, and let's just be more loving. Let's be more loving to each other, and be loving to yourself. And that's where it starts. Somebody cannot provide that to you, right? You have to provide it to yourself. So just a little food for thought. Take care of that inner child. That's super important. And sending you all love and light. Thank you so much.